So why do you think a teenager, a child, would be ready to determine whether or not they're a girl or a boy? This seems to be a very hot topic floating the airwaves and pretty much ruining our country in every aspect. I'm driving to work. Thought I'd share with you people a quick video, and I had this discussion with Penny last night. We're brushing our teeth and getting ready to go to bed, and she's like, "Poor Ava," and I'm like, "Okay, now what? What did Ava do this time?" Nothing bad, but Ava's going through, another transition. Now, mind you, I met Penny in 2018, and that's when I met Ava. Ava was, I don't know, 10 years old, 11 years old, something like that. And she was into Beanie Boos and LPS and whatnot. And then she got into Steven Universe and some other cartoon stuff. And then she got into this, and then she got into that. All kind of phases. Some things are good, some things are bad. And I would always draw to her attention things that weren't good for her. And she would, yell and rail and get all wild, and I hate her, and I don't let her do anything, and just I would remind her that these are transitory, and Penny would remind her these are transitory phases, and they're nothing permanent. But she always thinks that the phases that she's in are permanent, which reminds me of the adage, perception is reality. In the moment, because that's your reality, you think that's like permanent. It's not. So when I hear about school boards and hospitals and doctors and whatnot sanctioning sex surgery for kids, when I hear President Biden, when he was running for president, on a candidate stage debating, telling some mother in the crowd, yeah, your 8-year-old has the constitutional right to change his or her gender. A child, a teenager, who is confused about what cartoon they want to watch, about what hairstyle they want. A teenager, a child who's confused about anything, has absolutely no authority, no right, no business making a decision about whether or not they are a boy or a girl. God made that decision for them when they were created, when they were born. And Ava's going through another transition from being a tomboy and wanting short hair and whatever, and now she wants to be girly and feminine, and that's cool. We applaud that. We encourage that. And it's confusing for her because she doesn't really know how and where and what. And as me and Penny were talking about this last night, I thought about how wicked and corrupt our society has become, how this administration we currently are enduring is encouraging kids, people like Ava, to pursue their sexual confusion. And it just blows my mind away that she, for example, Ava, can't even decide what hairstyle she wants, or thinks that in the moment that's permanent. We would give her the authority. We would encourage her to, if she wanted to, become a boy. It just blows my mind away. It's crazy. And yet it's happening. Why would we allow a child, a teenager, to cement confusion into their life? We want to just lock it in place. It's all transitory. The nature of the human experience, whether you're an adult or a child or an adolescent, it's all we're always changing. We're always experiencing different things. But the one thing we shouldn't do when it comes to our sexuality is to lock that in place. You're a boy, but you feel like a girl, so let's go ahead and cement that confusion and permanently ruin your life. If Ava was confused about a cartoon 3 or 4 years ago. Imagine if we would have locked in place that cartoon and forever made her watch that. She'd be mad at us. How much more should we not do that with the child sexuality? You don't lock in place a cartoon character into their life. You don't lock in place a trend, a fashion, a hairstyle, a food preference. You don't lock those transitory phases in place. You don't cement those things. They go and come. So why in the world are we doing that with the child sexuality? That's food for thought. It needs to stop. And I hope and pray that you would have the courage to not let that happen in your own life. God bless you. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.